away from a Silver State Pro Buggy champion, and Rivkin with a great start.
Yep.
Uh-oh, who's that? Ogden.
Upside down, he bumped out of the B.
The top five running in formation.
Sector number one, that's going to line them up. Rivkin, Mayfield, Fan Tessman, and Ronafok. I love that feature.
Oh, my goodness.
You already know where they're at, half track.
The best thing ever.
Ryan Mayfield went out on used tires, the only guy.
Weird. 45 minutes to go. I kind of figured Rivkin would do it as well. He did it in all three rounds of qualifying. Interesting, though, Rivkin and Mayfield both lived together, raced together in the Phoenix area. They've had an on-again, off-again friendly rivalry / kind of a little mad at each other. They've gotten into each other a couple times at races, and if you could ask for a pairing of two drivers to duke it out here for the Nitro Buggy Championship here this weekend, that would absolutely be it.
And look who's right behind him, Ronafok.
Uh-oh.
And you know he's on a mission.
Yeah, from 5th on the grid, already picking off a couple of drivers.
Yep.
Joe Bornhorst from 10th. Are you
4th.
kidding?
Yep, Tebow 5th, Cavalieri 6th, Tessman 7th, Savoya 8th, McBride 9th, Ogden 10th. And Mayfield starting to just kind of nice save for Rivkin. Hits the pipe right there.
You know Bornhorst is motivated after losing out in truck. That was a fluke, weird. I bet they went through and Loctite hand cranked every screw on that car.
Were we denied an interview on what happened on the truck?
No, actually, Matt Walter ended up explaining that it was a couple of screws in the steering system came loose.
Okay. It happens.
Yep. Yeah, that's not saying that that's a mechanic failure. I mean, that's why we run 45-minute nitro races, because things like that happen. It's a machine.
Just the way it is.
And sometimes when machines are pushed this hard on a track this demanding, sometimes there are problems.
Fastest in Sector 1 was Bornhorst, 14.7.
Yep.
Fastest in Sector 2 last time was Ronafok, 19.8 out of the top three.
Top three all in the air over that little tabletop at the same time.
Man, this is going to get crazy. Here we go. At the 2:30 mark, it's already getting a little bit hairy. And look at Rivkin, Mayfield, and Ronafok double. 25 feet, then 16 feet up. Mayfield gets a little bit loose.
I would not want to be Mayfield right now because he's trying to get around Rivkin. He is a little bit faster, but Rivkin is playing excellent defense. And then Ronafok has all sorts of pace right now, so Mayfield's got to defend and attack at the same time.
You got two wily veteran gas racers or nitro racers.
Oh, Mayfield with a mistake. Ronafok to the inside coming onto the straightaway.
That's right, but Spencer Rivkin, not that he hasn't raced gas or anything, but, these guys are experienced at these long races. I don't know. I am not Spencer Rivkin and nothing against him at all. We're going to see what happens.
Yep. This could go a long way toward proving that he has what it takes to run with the big dogs for an entire main event at every race they attend.
He is on the map to stay in the RC racing world.
He's a world champion. But
something happened behind him.
Yeah, if he's going to come beat a Ronafok crash back there in the berm turn.
And Mayfield moves back into second. Cavalieri to third now. Tessman to fourth. Ronafok to fifth.
Oh, bummer.
Ooh,
Personal best for Cavalieri and Tessman. 34.667 for Cavalieri. 34.292 for Tessman to move.
Oh, man, he gets loose right there. He's on electrons.
Tessman?
Ty Tessman went out on electrons unless he changed his tires.
Okay, we did hear Brad sent us what everyone else is running. I did say it before the race, but that everyone but Ty is on X2 Fugitives of the Proline drivers. So maybe Ty did stay out on electrons.
Walked it, yep. And I think he's on electrons. You're looking at Rivkin right there, and Mayfield, his mentor pretty much for much of his upcoming in the RC and racing industry. So we're looking at Rivkin and Mayfield. And I talked to Mayfield a few months back, and I said, hey, man, you got some good fruit on your tree.
Yeah.
I mean, look how Rivkin's doing there.
No kidding.
This is another one of them handoffs like we were talking about with Kinwald, kind of mentoring and training and teaching Ryan Cavalieri. Now, Ryan Mayfield also with some – Rivkin upside down. Nice work for the marshal to get out of the way, and Mayfield going to go by.
Yep, luckily to land on his wheels there. Cavalieri still 2.7 seconds behind at the line. Rivkin's mistake was right about at the line, so it wasn't reflected there in his lap time. But it will update here the positions as we come by Sector 1. Yeah, so he lost about 2 seconds there in that first sector because of that mistake. And now Tessman and Ronafalk, 4th and 5th, the teammates linking up. They're right behind Ryan Cavallari.
It's going to be interesting how all this plays out. Everybody is, I think I've seen all the AKA drivers were on zips, pretty sure.
Yeah, they all went out on medium soft zips.
The J Concept tire drivers were on detox, minus Cole Ogden was on diamond bars.
Yep, and they're all running the O2 compound.
O2 compound, but Mayfield had pre-scrubbed in tires.
That's interesting.
Before they ever hit the track for warm-up. Tessman hits the pipe. Ronafalk kind of checking up right there.
You got to go 45 minutes. Those tires are going to break in. They're going to break in and wear out.
And, that could be some serious thinking right there. Oh, man, Tessman upside down, almost rolling off the track.
He's going to lose 2 spots, Ronafalk and McBride.
This race has so much time to go. We've seen so much happen in Pro Truggy, but Mayfield might be thinking, I want to check out. I already know these are going to last. It's not a problem, but they're going to be so much better at the beginning of the race, and I want to get out of here.
Well, and if Rifkin went out on new tires, Mayfield hoping that advantage was going to play in his favor. 0.6 of a second right now. 20 seconds of racing. If Rifkin did go out on new tires, his car was just as fast. We've got the battle for the lead over on the left side of the track. Rifkin's all over Mayfield.
This can be a sensitive situation here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Knowing some history.
Yep. And that Jason Rona from J Concept is hoping these guys just play nice.
Yeah. And then Cavallari, man, he was leading the Truggy Main and ran out of fuel.
Yep.
And he's in the 3rd spot. Oh, nice save by Mayfield. He kind of gets up on 2 wheels.
That was a little monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Rifkin did the same thing, hit the pipe. They both checked up, backed off, got down on all 4 wheels, and back on the throttle.
They both chose it's like they're similar driving. One goes to the outside of the hole, one to the inside. Rifkin kind of being patient at the moment.
Through the double-double section, you see how shiny it is right there and how much it's reflecting the light. Excellent lights here at the RC Tracks Las Vegas. Whoa, Rifkin way out of the line there around that backside carousel, and that's going to give Mayfield a little bit of room.
What is going to happen here? Here we are, 7:30. Cody King's in. Dakota Fenn is into pit. Let's see what happens when these 2 drivers go by. Mayfield into pit. Rifkin staying out.
Yep, Rifkin.
So, let's see what happens. Mayfield comes in at 7:36. Boom, he's in, he's out.
Oh, that was almost a disaster.
Man, and he's out with the 8.2. Ronafalk in, McBride in, Bornhorst in, Tebow in.
8.2 is not bad, but it's not great. We'll see if Rifkin comes in this lap or if he's going to try to cut out a pit stop.
Lutz is in, Savoya in, Drake is still out, Wheeler out, Rifkin, Cavallari, and Tessman all still out.
Yeah, this is going to be weird, too, because he's going to come by the line right at about 8:10.
He's staying out.
Yep.
He's on a 9-minute pit schedule.
But his next lap now is going to be 8:45.
Which they'll bring him in most likely.
But if he went one more lap, then it'd be 9:30.
Yep.
So
now Cavallari and Tessman are both in at 8:16.
And Cavallari is running MX engines just like Rifkin is. So he's not on that 9-minute strategy, at least not yet, although he would have to stretch it out quite a bit to cut out another stop.
Right.
Interesting that Rifkin taking that gamble there. Maybe he's confident that if he can just drive easy and get out front, that he's not going to be using much fuel.
Not sure, and he's in right here. He's going to come in at 8:47.
Now Mayfield's
8:45.
Mayfield's stop was an 8.2. Let's see if these Associated boys can get it done. In and out.
And there goes Mayfield.
Yep, so
8.4 for Rifkin.
0.2 of a second, and you see what that equates to on the track.
Fastest pit time, 7.4 for Lutz, 7.5 for Tessman.
But look at that, too. Mayfield outlap and then poured it on hard, 34.188, his personal best.
Wow.
When Spencer was in pit lane. So he knew that he needed to get by without wanting to fight him on the track, and he did it.
This is the battle for third. This is Cavallari and Ronafalk right there. And that's Ty Tessman right behind him. McBride's in 6th, Tebow 7th, Bornhorst 8th, Lutz 9th, Savoya 10th, Cody King 11th, Dakota Finn 12th, Adam Drake 13th. Then it's Wheeler and Ogden.
Cavallari went way wide at the end of the back straightaway. Ronafalk dove to the inside but wasn't able to clear him in time for that 180.
They are AKA teammates.
Yeah, and Ronafalk, it looks like Cavallari might be holding him up a little bit here, at least on the left side of the track. Ronafalk had a lot more pace. We see going to these sector times here, Ronafalk has first sector. Cavalieri was a little bit faster. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Ronafalk dives to the inside at the finish line. Can't make it happen. He did pick up 0.3 of a second there in Sector 2 that lap. And Ron dived to the inside and
nice
gets
pass.
him right in the 180 there after that step on, step off. That's one of the best passing spots on the track. And now Tessman all over Cavalieri. Let's see if the HB guys just leave Cavalieri in their dust.
He is just hitting the brakes.
Holy cow, stomped on the brakes 3 times in that little triple apex corner. That's great side-by-side racing.
And they are driving smart. They know this is a long race. Only 10:35 on the master clock right now. Your leader, Mayfield, second spot, Rivkin, third spot, Ronafalk. It's Cavalieri, 4th, Tessman, 5th, McBride, 6th, Tebow, 7th, Bornhorst, 8th, Ryan Lutz, 9th, Savoya, 10th, Fend, 11th, Code, 11th, Cody King, 12th, Adam Drake, 13th, Wheeler, 14th, and Ogden, 15th. All of our first cycle of pit stops have come in, and the only one I see there, well, Cavalieri, Tessman, and Rivkin can push it. Well, Rivkin's on the 9-minute one no matter what.
Yep.
Cavalieri and Tessman, depending on how much gas they have, they can push it to 9:30 next time or whatever. That's going to be interesting. They're going to know after that first stop.
Yeah, and Mayfield playing it safe at 7:30. And if they can have pit stops like that, 8.2, pick up a couple of tenths here and there in pit lane, that's certainly going to help.
Mayfield, your leader, TLR, Reds Racing, J Concepts out in front.
Associated MX and J Concept, Spencer Rivkin in second, HB, Timo Ryan, and AKA David Ronafalk in third.
Cavalieri fourth. Everyone knows Team Associated MX engines for him.
Cavalieri looks like he's regrouping a little bit, trying to get back after David Ronafalk, or at least not let him get away. Ronafalk with a mistake.
And Ronafalk saw him coming and checked up and went upside down. Upside down.
That's going to allow Tessman to get by. Ronafalk drops from 3rd to 5th with a couple of mistakes there on the backside. Mayfield's lead up to 1.2 seconds. So maybe this is where those broken-in tires actually are coming into play, and he's going to try to inch away a little bit here and there.
Josh Wheeler letting him go by right there. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, making it into the main. Unfortunately,
he's always in the main.
Yeah, that's true. He's just always there.
And we have a Team Associated instant replay coming to you.
This is Ronafalk hitting the pipe, going up the face of the tabletop. Had to check up there, and then he goes from bad to worse.
And see the shape of that right there?
Right.
That opening, it's like an angle.
Further.
It's a lot further on the outside of the lane. Looks like he took a chunk out of the track as well.
And here's Ryan Cavalieri.
Cavalieri, he's only 1.3 back from Rivkin. I think that's Rivkin right there in front of him.
And he made up about
reeling him in.
Made up 0.3 in Sector 1.
Cavalieri's like an assassin. He's just, man, scalpel.
Relentless assassin.
Yes. Rivkin's fast lap at 33.8, but he must have wrecked with a 38.9.
Cavalieri went straight through the hole there in the berm turn. And I've seen him do that a few times. It's almost like he's trying to do it rather than try missing it and just accidentally catch a tire. He's just bouncing straight through it.
Ryan Mayfield, though, 5.8 second lead right now.
Getting away.
He's going to have to do one more pit stop than those guys in second and third. But that, at this point, does not mean anything. With 31:35 left to go, just in a few minutes, everything could change.
And Mayfield certainly hopes it doesn't. A 19.560 through Sector 2. He picked up another few tenths there on that last lap over Rivkin.
Look at those guys, 14.9, 14.4, 14.8, 14.8. Tebow, McBride, Ronafalk. Ronafalk all the way back to 7th now.
Not a great sector time, though, from Mayfield. He might lose a little time here on this lap. Lost nearly a full second in the first sector. So a
couple more laps. We're going to see Mayfield come into pit. His first pit time was, Mayfield already pitted again. At 11:42 he came in? No, that's a mistake. Nope, it's a 2.3 second pit time. That's not correct.
That's interesting that he triggered both.
And part of the reason for that is if you look at that pit lane, that pipe in between pit lane and the actual straightaway, it's less than a foot wide, so it's so easy for a car to come by and trigger. That's not, most tracks have a few feet right there.
So we'll have to note that Mayfield, you'll have to reduce one stop.
Right.
From what the scoring system says there, he's not going to pit twice more than what everyone else is doing.
We're going to see him come in here in the next few laps. So it's Mayfield, Rivkin, Cavalieri, the top three. Tessman 4th, Tebow 5th, McBride 6th, Ronafalk 7th, Bornhorst 8th, Lutz 9th, Savoya 10th, Dakota Finn 11th, Cody King 12th, Adam Drake is 13th, Cole Ogden 14th, Josh Wheeler down to 15th. We're on track with your leader, TLR Reds Racing, J Concepts driver Ryan Mayfield.
Have to think that this is Mayfield's pit lap. He's going to be coming by shortly after the 15-minute mark, so that's the 7:30 mark he needs to beat. And
unless he can go like 8:15.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to risk it. He's had way too many races thrown away.
And here he comes. His last, well, we don't have it, but Reno's in. So he comes in at the 15:11 mark.
And he was
4.8
seconds
Kevin
up
making
on
sure
Rivkin.
they had fuel, and it was a 8.4 second stop. Wheeler came in. Ogden came in. Nope, Wheeler came in. We've seen. So now we have Tebow and McBride in. You'll see it says pit right there. Look at your scoring. It says pit.
Tessman getting around Cavallari, moving up to second.
Here they are right there. Oh, man, Cavallari smacks the pipe, and he waits. Yep, he got the go-ahead from Jimmy. Let's see who pits and who doesn't. Rivkin inherits the lead there after that pit stop.
So Mayfield getting back around Cavallari, even though Cavallari hadn't yet pitted.
That's going to help him a lot.
Yep, that's one less driver he's going to have to fight through after Tessman and Rivkin pit for a second time, because they're probably going to go about another 2 minutes if they're on that 9-minute pit strategy.
That's right. Look at the pit times right now. 7.4 for Bornhorst. Ryan Lutz, 7.8. If you can't see what we're talking about, go to advanced scoring options. You're going to go to the scroll bar at your scoring screen, scroll over, drag and drop where it says pit time and pit lap.
Spencer Rivkin. The other thing here, we know that Mayfield went out on used tires.
Someone's in the pit right here coming in, I think. They got their arm out. That's Ryan Cavallari. He's in at 16:29, so he's not quite on that other
that's weird
pit schedule. Maybe they don't want him to run out like in the Truggy.
True, yeah, because his next lap
he might have been tight the first one.
Yeah, that's also true. That's weird. That's about 8:15 each, and he's going to be then on the same number of stops as Mayfield.
Rivkin came in at 8:45, so we expect him in at, if it's 9 or 8 minutes, not sure what you do. Tessman in. He was in at 8:16. Now he's in at 17:01. So we should see.
They are so fast.
Yep. Oh, and he's out 7.3 seconds.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, they're a world champion.
Wow, someone upside down just sitting there as the marshals just kind of sitting down watching the race.
Rivkin, Mayfield, Tessman. It'll be interesting to see how everything shakes out here after a full second pit stint.
Rivkin leader,
still needs to pit.
He should be coming into pit any time now. He went to 8:45 the first one, and he went by the line and did not come in.
Wow.
But he's not at 18 yet.
That's true.
It'll be a true 9-minute stop, right?
It's already been 9 minutes at 17:45.
Oh, geez, yep.
So he's going to go about 9:20 on this stint, and I hope he's been saving fuel, or he had more than he
might have had a lot of fuel in the gun there.
Yeah.
Rivkin, your leader right now.
Maybe he's in. Oh, yeah, so we just heard that the pit crew. Rivkin's first stop was also an 8.4. Let's see if they can get him in and out.
Mayfield just went by out there, I believe. We're going to see on the sector time he did an 8.2 that time for Rivkin.
Good
stop.
As soon as
they cross that sector 1 loop, we'll know what's going on. Yep, Mayfield now moves into the lead. He's in sector 2. Rivkin now in sector 2. Tessman now in sector 2. So, man, you could throw a large sleeping bag over those guys.
Mayfield's outlap of 42.6. So, Rivkin rolling it over.
Tessman going around him.
Hitting the pipe through the end of the sweeper there, and 2 turn marshals running to get him.
And then there's Cavallari.
That's a lane in between turn marshal spots. So that's going to cost him big time. So Mayfield's outlap was a 42.6. Rivkin's a 46.4, so losing about 3.8 seconds on his outlap. That's a big burden to make up.
Ryan Mayfield, your leader. This is we've seen this over and over. Mayfield in control with a 7.5 second lead. GLR, Reds Racing out in front right there down the straightaway. A 33.7. That's the best lap of the race for Ryan Mayfield. That's the fastest lap of the race that we've seen yet. Ty Tessman in the second spot rips off a 34 flat with a 5.
Just got updates from our pit spy. Spencer is trying to go on a schedule that'll give him one less stop to Mayfield. We figured that one out. Wheeler had his tires come unglued, so he's got 3 different treads on his car.
Oh, Josh Wheeler.
Yeah, that's rough.
Mayfield, Tessman, Rivkin, the top 3. Rivkin all over the back door at Tessman now, less than a second behind him. And I'm not sure where they're at on the track. We're on track with your leader. That's Ryan Mayfield. And there is Ty Tessman and Spencer Rivkin right there. That's the battle for second. Ryan Cavalieri is about 0.7 seconds back from them. 33.7 for Mayfield. That's his fast lap. 33.5, fast lap of the race. That's Spencer Rivkin. Mayfield, Tessman, Rivkin, Cavalieri the top 4, McBride up to 5th, Tebow 6th, David Ronafalk in 7th, Joe Bornhorst 8th, Reno Savoya 9th, Ryan Lutz 10th, Dakota Fend 11th, Cody King 12th, and it's Ogden, Drake, and Wheeler. Elapsed time right now, we've seen 2 pit cycles happen. Time left to go is 23:50 on the master clock. You're watching a battle for second between Hot Bodies Ty Tessman and Team Associated's Spencer Rivkin. Spencer Rivkin, the top qualifier. Off camber corner right there. Here they come into the R turn. Spencer has to hit the brakes. Ty Tessman went out on electrons, and Spencer Rivkin on the detox, which has a lot more surface area. Doing a little checkup right there. Meanwhile, Ryan Mayfield 8.6 seconds out in the lead right now. Rivkin is looking to try to get around Tessman at this point. We are 23 minutes remaining in this 45-minute race. Almost to the halfway point. Mayfield 8.6 seconds in the lead now. He's in sector number 1. That means he's on the straightaway. Oh, man, Tessman rolls it. Spencer Rivkin going to go by. Jason Rona trying to give him the wave there. So here's the drama that might unfold. Rivkin trying to do one less stop than Mayfield. He's going to have to gain some ground. He's 8 seconds behind Mayfield at the moment. In a perfect condition, that's exactly a pit stop. Look at their pit times. 8.4 for Mayfield, 8.2 for Rivkin. On track with Team Associates. Someone's in pit lane there. That's Ryan Mayfield into pit. McBride into pit. Dakota Fend into pit. Jared Tebow into pit. So Rivkin, your leader. Mayfield right behind him on the track. So with one less stop, if everything were to go perfect, that's what you're looking at possibly if everything goes perfect from here on out. Mayfield and Rivkin as they're going right there. Mayfield came in, let's see here. Mayfield came in at 22 minutes, 44 seconds. And it is Rivkin and Mayfield. This is a familiar position. These guys race together all the time in Phoenix at the Fear Farm. Boy, the Fear Farm crew having a lot of good results here. Sportsman class winners with the young guys. Camden Lime making both mains. Rivkin, your TQ. Man, he is flying. He's got the fastest lap of the race with the 33.5. Mayfield's fast lap at 33.7. 34 flat for Tessman in the 3rd spot. Kyle McBride 13.2 seconds behind. Oh, what happened to Mayfield? He's in 3rd. Ty Tessman now in the 2nd spot. 3 seconds back from Mayfield. I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, from Rivkin. No, because that's 22:44. We didn't see him come through the pit lane. Not sure what happened. So you're looking at your leader. That is Spencer Rivkin out in front. Ty Tessman in the 2nd spot. Spencer Rivkin the way the pit schedule is right now, he'd be doing one less stop than at least Mayfield. Not sure about with Tessman, though. A little past halfway down, coming up 20 minutes remaining in the Pro Buggy A-Main event. It's Rivkin, Tessman, and Mayfield, your top three. Kyle McBride, 7.6 behind Mayfield in that fourth spot. Tebow, 2.6 behind Kyle McBride, but anything can happen. We watched it happen in Pro Truggy. And there is your leader, Team Associated MX Engines, J Concepts driver. That is Spencer Rivkin out in front. He's got the fastest lap of the race with the 33.5. He's in sector number 2. Last time in sector number 2, his time was a 19:11. And Rivkin this time around, your leader right there, it was a 19:8. So he has a 4.8 second lead over Ty Tessman. He's getting around Adam Drake right there. Looking to put his stamp in Nitro Racing history here at the Silver State. Just a little quick track, a little facts right now. There are 13 world champions here, different world champions at the Silver State. We have 81 different national championships represented here. 11, Ty Tessman getting ready to pit. That's what we're hearing right now. Ty Tessman is in the pit right now at 26:25. His last pit lap was a 7.3 seconds. Let's see what happens. He is out of pit lane, 7.4 seconds. Cavalieri coming into pit. Cavalieri is in the 10th position. Oh, Rivkin into pit. Rivkin in at his third at 26:54. So Tessman and Rivkin on the same pit schedule. Rivkin out 8.2 seconds. So the Tessman team, out of the top three, they're about 1 second quicker. I'm wondering if that's that Proline fuel stick or not. I don't know. And Ryan Mayfield, we're on track with. He is your current leader on the track. Spencer Rivkin right there behind him. Rivkin is going to do one less stop. Tessman in the third spot. Tebow fourth. Kyle McBride fifth. Not sure what happened to Cavalieri. We have a 1 minute and 19 second lap there. Rivkin going to be able to have one less stop than Mayfield. We're going to send you with the live pit report with Aaron Waldron right now.
Down here in pit lane with Brent Telke, Spencer Rivkin just pitted for his third time. You guys are executing race strategy perfectly on that 9-minute mark.
Yeah, it's feel really important to stay on the overall 9-minute mark, not so much 9 minutes per tank. Went a little bit short on the first one, a little long on the second one. He was driving pretty hard that last stint, so I wanted to go short a little bit there, but we managed to stick right on the 27-minute mark for that stop, so that's the biggest key there. We're driving awesome.
We know Mayfield and Rivkin are both on the same tires. Mayfield went out on used tires. Rivkin's on new tires. What did you think of that strategy?
Spencer broke his tires in the warm-up, so his were used as well. His stuff's really good. Yeah, it's in his hands to go do what he wants to do, go win.
Thank you so much, Brent.
Thanks, bud.
Back to you, Gary.
That was a live J Concepts pit report with Aaron Waldron and Brent Thelke, team manager over at Team Associated. Ryan Mayfield, your leader. Rivkin second, Tessman third. McBride is in the fourth spot. Jared Tebow is fifth. David Ronafalk is sixth. Bornhorst seventh. Ryan Lutz eighth. Savoya ninth. We've seen 3 pit stops happen. Rivkin and Tessman are on the same pit schedule, but Ryan Mayfield will have to make one more stop. And we're live with Gord Tessman in pit lane.
Down here with Gord Tessman. You guys are right here in the mix of this, going for another title here today. What was your pit strategy coming in?
9 minutes. We got a little scared last minute, went a little shorter, but we can stretch it out. He's getting good fuel mileage.
You guys had to fight up from the 6th spot on the grid. Got into the top 3 early, and at this point, is it you trying to be aggressive or just waiting until later stages?
No, I think he's just going to try to go as fast as he can. We took a risk and went on a small pin tire. His tires are bald right now, but they don't look horrible. We took a risk, and it didn't really pay off the way we wanted it to, but no risk it, no biscuit.
Thanks so much, Gordon.
Yeah, thanks.
So you can tell they're intently trying to watch Ty out there driving as hard as he can with on bald tires. Back to Gary.
We're back on track right there with Ryan Mayfield. He's your leader. That straightaway right there, about 100 feet long. That total is about the double area. The first one's 25 feet, second one's 16 feet. Mayfield with the 3.2 second lead over Rivkin. Mayfield, oh no, and he gets upside down. That is definitely going to hurt him. Good thing Jason Rona was right there. Man, I'm not a fan of those. I like the slow down bar at the top. Mayfield with a 10-second, that didn't hurt him too bad, 2 seconds, but Rivkin should inherit the lead right now. So it's going to go Rivkin, Mayfield, Tessman, I believe. And that is the order. Mayfield going to have to make one more stop, then Rivkin. Rivkin out in front. They're both running the same tire. I believe it's the Detox. Wow, Ryan Mayfield getting upside down, coming into pit lane on those 2 little pipes meant to slow you down. We are at the 13:35 remaining, coming down here, man. This is the Pro Buggy A-Main event. It's been the Rivkin Mayfield show for a while now. Tessman in the 3rd spot, Kyle McBride 4th. The order right there has been kind of just hanging out just like it is. And if you're just now joining us, what you got to know is Mayfield is in 2nd, but he's going to have to pit one more time than Spencer Rivkin. Mayfield is on a mission, has been driving an awesome race. Really, that one mistake in pit lane right there is what I've noticed. "13 minutes to go. We'll run through the order real fast. It's Rivkin, Mayfield, Tessman the top 3, McBride, Tebow, Ronafalk, that's 4 through 6. Lutz is 7th, Savoya 8th, Bornhorst 9th, Dakota Fenn 10th. Who? Spencer Rivkin might have just flew off the track. That's what we heard coming through the echo.
Man, it is intense down in pit lane.
Oh, I know it is.
Yeah, everyone is just absolutely on edge among the top drivers.
And here we go. That's the battle for the lead shaping up. Rivkin and Mayfield. Rivkin with a couple mistakes. Mayfield right there starting to reel him in now.
Both of them here in Sector 2 as well.
What a phenomenal driver.
Wow.
He's 17 years old, out in front of the best in the world right now.
Gave up 5 seconds, though, on that lap, and it's on. With less than 12 minutes to go, Mayfield back within striking distance. Saw Brent Telke was smooth and calm, has faith in what Spencer can do. Went down to talk to Mayfield's pit crew, Kevin Gahan, and actually I don't remember who was helping him, but they did not want to talk. They're just super intense. Yeah, it was a little weird. 11:30 to go. Still a lot of time left. Both drivers will have to pit one more time. Can Rivkin hold on? Mayfield right behind him. Less than a half second at the line last time by. Spencer faster in Sector 1 by half a second, however. So, looks like Mayfield's car may be stronger here in Sector 2. Definitely catch him here in the berm turn, but getting a run through the double-double down the straightaway. They touch. Oh, man, Mayfield's going to get the worst end of that one.
Yep, and that's going to, wow, and he's got to do one more stop. That might have been the dagger. Hopefully not. Tessman is 9.8 seconds back in 3rd. McBride 18 seconds back from Tessman. Tebow almost sees the battle on the track with McBride.
We heard there that Tessman went out on electrons, took a little bit of a gamble, and it is not paying off. His tires are bald. The car is hard to drive. And the fact that he's holding on to a podium spot right now with a 18-second gap back to Kyle McBride is, 18-second gap to Kyle McBride is a testament to just how hard Tessman can focus and keep his car under control.
We're going to see pit stops coming up pretty soon here, probably in the next, couple minutes. Just seems crazy at the end of the race with that big difference in waiting that minute.
Right.
For that minute and a half.
Going
Team Associated Instant Replay.
This is Mayfield and Spencer coming onto the straightaway. You saw Spencer overjump a little bit. Mayfield thought he could get to the inside. Spencer was already squared up. It's not like he moved over. Mayfield just simply didn't have enough room to exit the corner at the velocity he was going. They touched, and Spencer had no reason to wait. It wasn't his fault. And that cost Mayfield big time.
Yeah, it did. He is 1.7 seconds back from Rivkin right now.
Whoa,
we're gonna
fastest lap of the race last time by 33.429. Cut off 1.4 seconds out of Rivkin's lead. He knows it's go time.
Rivkin's going to come into pit probably right now or the next lap. He's going to the outside, and here he comes, and Mayfield's going to go by.
Interesting there, pitting at 9:15 instead of 8:30, and Brent said that they were scared trying to stretch this whole 9-minute thing out. So, if they make it by for one more and it ends up going 9:45 on that last tank.
8.3. Tessman into pit now also.
It'll be interesting. 8.3, though. Great stop.
7.6 for Tessman.
Whoa. So if a Rivkin stop was great, then Tessman's stop was stupid fast.
Tessman 10, almost 11 seconds back from that lead group at the moment. And it's Mayfield and Rivkin and some drama. Sooner or later, Mayfield's going to have to come in.
Yeah, probably about a minute from now. So he's going to have about an 8-second lead, and it's 7 seconds right now.
Wow.
So Mayfield,
they got to be on point.
Right. Mayfield needs to have a great lap right now. His car's going to be lighter than Rivkin's. So hopefully he can put in another good couple laps here before he's got to pit.
Yeah, man. Wow. Ryan Mayfield's such a fierce competitor.
And he's been better on his outlap than Rivkin was. Rivkin's outlap of 42.5.
That's years of experience.
Yep.
And he doesn't come in yet.
Yeah, he's got to go that one more.
He's got to go one more, yep.
So he'll be coming in right about 7:20 left to go.
He's got a 7-second lead, and he's got about, last time it was 10 seconds, but 8-second pit stop. So this is going to be great. This is going to unfold perfectly for that last part of the race. He's going to come into pit. If everything goes well, he's going to come out on the track.
Probably about a second behind.
A second behind or equal. Depends on how Spencer handles these last few laps.
Right.
He's got a 7-second lead, and we're going to see him come in right
now.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
He's still
Mayfield
out.
touched the pipe in the berm turn, though. That could have been a big problem, but he managed to save it. And now he's got a little bit of traffic. This could play into Spencer's favor. Oh, Cody getting way out of the way. That's
Thank
a good
you, Cody
idea.
King.
Mayfield. It's really up to Mayfield right now to crunch time.
6.7-second lead right now.
Rivkin was 3
Oh, no, and he's upside down.
And Rivkin was 0.3 of a second faster last lap, so that's what Mayfield didn't need to happen. He needed to pull out those tenths of a second.
Man, but if there's anybody at the end of the race that could string it together and strap it up, it's the Wild Man.
Here's his end lap. Okay, so it's up to Kevin and Gahan and the pit crew.
There they are in. Boom.
That does not look like he had the best entrance.
8.3.
Okay, so identical pit stops there.
There goes Rivkin over the double-double.
Wow, so
Mayfield over the double-double.
It might be a little bit more than a second.
And this is going to be awesome. Here we go. Coming down to the last part of the Pro Buggy A-Main event. 6 minutes and 25 seconds left at the moment. It's Rivkin and Mayfield battling it out. And you're looking at Rivkin on the right side, Mayfield on the left side. Rivkin with a 5.2-second lead, I believe. Mayfield going to be coming across the line right now.
3.3.
3.3. Let's go. This is awesome.
Wow. And outlaps pretty much identical. Mayfield had a couple of tenths advantage on the outlap, but he gave that up with that and then some last lap with that mistake. So Mayfield's going to pay for that last lap crash. He's got to hunker down here and spend the last 6 minutes punched out of his mind.
And like I was saying earlier, there's 11 EFRA championships represented here, 3 FEMCA. In this race, there's 13 of the top 25 RC rankings just in this race alone. Wow. It's Rivkin, Mayfield, Tessman, McBride, and Tebow. But here it is.
Mayfield was 4 tenths faster that last lap, so He's got to get it going.
Sector 2. Oh, no, Rivkin hits the pipe right there. That's going to help Mayfield.
Yep, through that backside carousel. Mayfield clean through that corner. It's going to be closer than the 2.8 seconds it was last time.
We got a lot of racing left to go with 5 minutes.
You got Spencer Rivkin on the right-hand side, Ryan Mayfield on the left-hand side of your screen. Rivkin through the double-double. Oh, had to check
Nice
up
save.
a little bit there.
There's
Yep.
a little dip right there, and it looks like it sends you right into the pipe.
Another second faster than Mayfield. The lead's down to 1.85 minutes left to go. Come on.
This is shaping up to be an awesome race. Man, unreal.
4:50 left to go. Tessman is 16 seconds back, so that's out of this one.
Here we go. Mayfield hot on his heels, 1.8 back.
Second faster in sector 1 last time.
Oh, and Rivkin goes
was a
upside down, and there goes
Mayfield by
Mayfield.
for the lead.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. So can Rivkin regroup and pour it on, or is Mayfield going to pull away? 4:30 left to go.
Holy moly.
Over on the right-hand side of the track, Rivkin with a good run up on the right-hand
He
side.
is on a mission.
That tells you a lot about Spencer. Instead of getting frustrated with that mistake, he just squeezed it. Through sector 1, Rivkin 1.8 seconds faster on the left-hand side of the track that time.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, and he's right on his rear wing stand. We go to the back corner.
Man,
4
you
minutes
couldn't
left to
script
go.
this stuff. Even with Ryan Mayfield having to do one more stop,
Oh, maybe
man,
a mistake.
there goes
Rivkin goes
Rivkin.
by to the inside, coming on the straightaway.
Holy. This is intense. 2016 Silver State action.
3:45 left to go, and now Rivkin's got to defend again. Mayfield right on his rear wing, hard on the brakes down the face of that landing jump. Through the backside carousel, Rivkin clean through there this time, but Mayfield's still faster there. Sector 1, Rivkin was a half second faster.
Mayfield
That's why
trying
he
to look
got
to the
by.
inside, and there looks to the inside again, has to hit the brakes.
Oh, looks to the inside. Have to check out Rivkin hit the pipe. Mayfield to the inside. No, can't make it happen. Rivkin slams the door. Drag race down the back straightaway. Mayfield gets a run. Nope, a little bit loose.
Woo! 3
Wow.
minutes and 15 seconds left to go. This is intense.
Where's Mayfield's going to be his next passing attempt? He's been really good here in this carousel in the back. You see Rivkin a little out of shape going through the off-camera corner.
And he looks to the
Mayfield
inside, he sticks
it makes the pass. Rivkin's got to retaliate right now. Don't let Mayfield get away. Less than 3 minutes to go.
Wow, 2:55 to go. Rivkin, Mayfield. This is the epic battle for the win here.
Cavalieri did that to Mayfield at the Nitro Challenge. Got him in the last couple of minutes. Now Mayfield doing it to Rivkin. And 0.7 of a second advantage at the line. 2:40 left to go.
Wow, we don't know what's going to happen here. It's Mayfield and Rivkin double. And Rivkin and he looks to the inside, but he cannot make the pass. Mayfield shuts the door. Oh, and he jumps into the back of him, but then he stops. So that gives Mayfield a little bit of breathing room over that center double. It's Mayfield and Rivkin. Man, Rivkin is lightning fast. Oh, no, and he hits the pipe, and he's upside down, and that's everything Ryan Mayfield needed to win this race right there. Ryan Mayfield was such a fierce competitor. They're great friends. Ryan Mayfield mentored Spencer Rivkin quite a bit, but now Mayfield with the 4.9 second lead after that mistake for Rivkin. Ty Tessman still in third, McBride fourth, Tebow fifth. We're winding down coverage here of the 2016 Silver State. This is the Pro Buggy A final. You're looking at your leader after a hard-fought win, hard-fought to first. This race is not over. There's probably 3 laps left, 3 or 4. It's Ryan Mayfield, your leader. Spencer Rivkin second, Tessman third. On track with Ryan Mayfield right there, out in front, down the front straightaway. Step on, step off. He needs to be mistake-free. Rivkin's 4.9 back. One crash here can cost you that easily. What a recovery for Mayfield. He was your second qualifier. On track with Mayfield. 6.8 second lead now, stretching it out. 1:09 remaining. And here we go, 1 minute to go. Mayfield comes by 35.2. Mayfield also has your fast lap of the race with the 33.295. Rivkin, Spencer Rivkin, he's 6.6 seconds back in the second spot. And it looks like he might have came into pit. They might have wanted to make sure he was good on fuel and brought him in. I'm not sure. We'll see right here after Mayfield comes by. Mayfield, this is going to be his victory lap. I don't think he'll get by for one more. Loop is still live. It's Ryan Mayfield out front, Rivkin second, Tessman third, McBride fourth, Tebow fifth, Lutz sixth. And coming down to 5 seconds left to go, Ryan Mayfield is going to be your 2016 Silver State Pro Buggy Champion. Here he comes, last couple of corners. Awesome job. Team Losi Racing, Reds Racing, J Concepts, and he jumps over the line. Awesome job. Ryan Mayfield with the win here at Silver State. He's probably going to tell Spencer, great job, and he is standing there. You can see Ryan Mayfield waiting for Spencer to finish. Awesome job, Ryan Mayfield with the high five.
Ryan Mayfield,
into our
Pro Buggy champion here at Silver State.
Just
that race went absolutely perfectly to plan. Great pit stops, great tire strategy, and more importantly, great driving. Got it done when you needed to.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's really hard to believe, to be honest. I mean, when I made those couple of mistakes with like 15 minutes to go, I knew he was going to drop a stop, and I'm like, man, if he keeps it on all fours, I'm done. So, you know, I put my head down and just, you know, it is what it is at that point. I knew what my mileage was. I knew what his mileage was. I made a tire audible call right at the last minute, and I sacrificed a little lap time, but I gained drivability, and I'm glad I did it, and the car was super easy to drive. I still had some brain farts out there, but this is a gnarly surface. So the engine was making great power. We need to work on some mileage. I was close to being able to do the 9-minute stop, but I just didn't want to risk it. And, you know, the car was awesome. The car's been good all weekend long. Took a little bit to get the diff oils right because the track's so crazy. But overall, it was great. It was a great weekend. Tires were phenomenal. I mean, I really think we had the best tires the whole time. My Truggy was really good, just didn't go that great. E-Buggy was super good. That obviously didn't go that great. But I'm glad to get this. I TQ'd last year at this event and had problems right away in the main, so that was a bummer, but I'm glad to come back and get it.
You had to have known going into the race that some of the guys were going to try to go one fewer stop. Did that change how you drove?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of went for the safety tire call, because I knew that if I can just not crash, and if I can try to make somebody push the pace to catch me, then they'll potentially crash. And that's what happened when I got behind. I started pushing and made mistakes. And so when people got behind me, they were making mistakes. So this is an extreme track, and the surface is insane. And the track's so small that it's like one little bobble sets you back 2 corners. It might only say 2 seconds on the clock, but it's like an eternity on the track. So it was a great weekend for us. You know, I didn't do great in the other classes. Ty had a great